Welcome to Retiree Tech Talk. My name is John, and I will be your host for this segment. In this segment of Retiree Tech Talk, I want to talk to you about getting your phone up and running on a foreign network. So, we're all headed into the travel season. Some of us may have already been on vacation, which I was about a month ago. I was down in Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and I went on to Easter Island. If you come to the Elton's retirement journey and travels, you can see some nice videos of me walking around Easter Island and in Brazil. In this segment, I wanted to talk again about your cell phones. So here we have an older model cell phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S5. Still works. Doesn't seem to have the battery charge as long as I think it should. And it probably means that the battery needs to be replaced. So if you have an older phone, you see it at 30%, then all of a sudden it keeps shutting off. And when you turn it back on, you see it's at 30%, but it keeps shutting off. The battery is bad. It's lost 30% of its capacity, and you want to get it replaced. But this is an older phone. I had carried it with me. I was able to get it up and use Wi-Fi, but because I didn't have any mobile data on it, I couldn't use it for traveling around, translating, and finding destinations. So this is the older model phone. And what I have been doing in the past, I would always have an unlocked phone, which this one is, and you'd have to open it up. You buy a SIM card, you put the SIM card in, you come up, you activate it, and then it comes up on their network in whatever country you're in that you purchase a SIM card. And what would happen is you would get a number. So you'd have a number that people can call and you would have mobile data. On the newer phones, though, it has something called an eSIM. So this is a Pixel phone here, Google, and it supports what's called the eSIM. And while I was down in Brazil, one of the seniors had introduced me to a online service that you can use to actually order a eSIM. And what you do is you go ahead, you download it into your phone, and you activate it, and you can switch it and make it the primary SIM. And what it will do is it will come up on the local network that's servicing in that particular country. And as you're walking around, you can do your mapping and you can use it as translate. I found that to be very, very valuable and also very, very expensive. In the past, I would accumulate all these extra SIM cards, and they would, even if I was going back, the SIM cards would expire and be no good. So what I'm going to do for you here with the Retiree Tech Talk, I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. I'm going to bring you up in it so that you can have the basic information to make a decision and maybe try it on one of your trips. Most of the time when you go on vacation, once you get to the hotel, they have free Wi-Fi, and your phone will come up on their Wi-Fi. You can get text messaging as well as uh, get your email and things like that, and do what you would normally been doing. Unless you've got the international data, you probably won't be making calls. However, if you have the WhatsApp, then you can make calls to other people who have WhatsApp, and that's what people were doing. Or you can simply text them using that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. We're going to take a look at the website. And this is John with Retiree Tech Talk. All right, folks. So here is the site. This is it, AIRALO.com. It comes up here, and you would go ahead and check it out first. I'm already logged in. I have an active account, and here are the countries that are supported here. And let's just say that we are going to go to Germany. And it comes up right there. So here are your different packages. So what they're offering is data only. Now that's 1 gig for $4.50. You get two, and it's good for 16 days or 15 days, and then you got 30 days. I would probably go with this one right here for the 3 gig, because when you're walking around you're trying to translate and you're trying to use it to find destinations, it could use up a lot of data very, very quickly. So let's just click this and see what it's like to buy. So it comes up over here. Here's our choice. We're going to go ahead and click that. It tells you that who's the provider is. It's going to be data only, so you won't have the mobile part of it. You're not going to have that. You would try and get some people on WhatsApp if you need to stay in touch, and that way you can save your mobile costs internationally. And it tells you that once you get this and get it loaded on your phone, there's a way to flip it to make it the primary uh, SIM. And it once it comes up on the network, then it would start. And it's got this IP routing. There may be another setting that you got to make a change on, but they do have tech support, and this will get you going so that you can have some data. I wish I had knew about this. I sat down and talked to Alice, and she said, "Hey, let me just send you this link," and it had a link with her name in it, so she probably gets a little air money here, which she could probably use this to purchase her next sim. And this is the one I purchased. I didn't spend much on it. I think I must have had a couple gig, and this was in Chile, and it said it expired. And here, let's see what the details say. Not much. It's telling you can only be installed once and blah 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 and so forth. Now let's see here. Here's the device here. They got some way of going in here and looking at the device itself, and I think this is how you go through to install this. Scanning the QR code. You would, of course, you would do all of this while you're on your mobile data. Well, I'm sorry, not your Wi-Fi at the hotel. But anyway, this is what I want to introduce you to. I got myself in a bang here. Let's just go back a little bit to get that on your mobile phone, and probably turn on the IP routing, and make it your primary SIM card, and you'll be good to go. You'll have some data for when you walk out of the hotel. You get so far from the hotel, it loses that connection. Then it would switch to this, and it would switch back when you get there. So hopefully, you keep an eye on that. You will preserve some of the data. But this is the presentation I have for you. I think this will be very helpful, and I found it to be useful. I wish I used it a little bit more. But then again, when you're on vacations, it's helpful to talk to people. You'll be surprised what some of the seniors know. So I'm going to go ahead and end the presentation. Go ahead and give me some likes. I am going to add a link to the dancers from the Easter Island for your viewing pleasure. And if you want to go to the Elton's retirement journey and travel, there are some nice pictures in there from the trip to Latin America. So my name is John, and this is Retiree Tech Talk. We're talking about eSIMs for when you travel. It's good to have. Thank you.